Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today is Saturday, July 25th, and yesterday was 24th, obviously. And in Michigan, it's the Telegraph cruise this weekend. So last night we took the charger out, and I got a couple clips, very short clips. My wife was video recording everything, and only got a few little snippets here and there. Took down some cars that I really am surprised. I took down, which I really, the first two I'm gonna list to you. You're gonna be like, wow, you could take that down anyways. But took down a couple brand new 5.0 Mustangs. I took down a supercharged Chrysler 300, and I took down a Hellcat that looks just like this car. Me and the guy were playing around a little bit, and he jumped on it, I jumped on it. It wasn't really kind of a real official type, honk 3 times type stuff. It was just, he hit it, I hit it, and we both went on. Played with him about 3 or 4 times, and it seemed like we were pretty dead even. The last time I pulled on him, I didn't pull. I'm not gonna lie, I did not pull on him very hard. I was inching, maybe a hair. Maybe I got him. I got a hair, maybe a little more. But it was one of those things where he hit it, I hit it, my trans lagged, and didn't jump down into a low gear. And by the time he was behind me when he hit it, he got up next to me. Then my trans jumped into a lower gear, as his front bumper was probably right about here. And we stayed, right next to each other. And I started to pull on him in the top end, and we both had to let off because there was a car in front of us. They were coming up pretty fast. So, I'm super impressed with this car. I have a couple of complaints. Guys, if you're planning on running, like I put 20s back on my car. I had the 22s on it. These are 315 35R 22s. These are a 30, almost a 31-inch tire. And the radio's like a 30.7-inch tire. These are a 28, 28.6 or 28.7, one of the two. And they're a 245, 45.20. You guys are probably already laughing right now thinking, yeah, you ain't getting traction with that. So, 30 miles an hour, man. I had traction control on. Blew the back tires off of it. Barked into the next gear, and it would take off. Even while it was spinning at 30 miles an hour, it was still taking off like a bat out of hell. It would hit second gear, and I was gone. Now I went today, as you guys can tell, I bought some, I hopped on Facebook, was just browsing around, came across a killer deal on a pair of 20 by 11 Hellcat reps with Mickey Thompson ET Streets that are 305 35 20s. And huge difference and huge improvement on traction. Before, I couldn't even turn traction control off on my car because I'd jump on it and it would spin so hard that it would actually put my whole car in limp mode. It would spin, and then boom, I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't have any pull, no nothing. And I would have to pull over, put the car in park, shut it off, restart it, and go about my way. It got annoying. Now, I can turn traction control off, and from a dead stop, I've got really good pick up and go. It hooks and books. I don't even got to do a burnout. And these tires I have on here right now are at 28 psi. So I have no complaints whatsoever, except for the fact of, you guys are probably wondering, hey, your car's sitting here, you've been talking for 5 minutes. What the hell's going on? Last night, after I ran the Hellcat, I looked down. I was at 233 degrees and climbing. I noticed throughout the night my car had been kind of fluctuating in temperature. If I was sitting there for a minute, it would go up in temperature to like 226, 228, give it a hair of gas, get some coolant flowing through the motor, and it would steadily start dropping back down, which told me I had a bubble in the cooling system. Which didn't surprise me really, because I've had a slow steady coolant leak from the center front of the car right by the harmonic balancer. I thought it was water pump. I bought a water pump. Didn't end up putting it on because the bottom of the water pump was dry. The water pump pulley is tight. So and ultimately what I ended up figuring out is, as a lot of you guys know, and if you don't, you'll find out now, this is an old cop car. So this has the extreme cooling system option. So it has an oil cooler, it has a trans cooler, it's got a power steering cooler, it's got every kind of cooler you can imagine. So at the bottom radiator hose, there's a plastic coupler that branches off into almost like a Y, and it's got another little separate hose runs up to the bottom of the oil cooler. Well, that hose on the plastic inside of it, actually I can give you kind of an example. We'll say that this is the coupler. And it's got a little extension that comes off it like this, and this one runs up to the oil cooler. And a radiator hose goes on either side. Well, on this side, it actually started to corrode, like it's plastic, so it actually started to like break away right here. And I still have a lip here, and I still have everything back here. It's just it's a hole. So it was allowing a little bit of coolant to seep out, introducing air into the cooling system. Did a pressure test on it, held it up at, I got an 18 psi cap on here right now. Held it up at the 17 to 19 mark there in the black. And looked under the car, and it was just a steady stream shooting out at this point. Today I couldn't even start this car up and take it out and let it sit in the driveway where I've got the SS at back there. I don't know if you guys can see that, where I got the SS at, and it was just climbing, man. 233, it got up to 240, and I had to, keep steady throttle to let it cool way down to like 210, and let it sit there for a minute, and I shut it down. And I pulled it back here, and I started investigating. So, unfortunately, this is what I'm doing at 5 o'clock on a Saturday when I should be out having fun. But if everything goes well, I should be out there by 6 o'clock. It's 5:09 p.m. right now. I should be out there at 6 o'clock. Guys, everybody where I said I was going to be at AutoZone, it looks like yesterday they were closed down. There wasn't anybody there. So anybody watching this and who's going out, there is a mobile dyno machine on Telegraph at Yum Yum Donuts, in between Yum Yum Donuts and the flower shop on Telegraph and Taylor. If everything goes well, I'm going to hit that dyno with this car, and I'm going to have it on video. I want to see what this car's putting down. I was really impressed with it yesterday. I want to know what my car is actually putting down for power right now. I know I have a dyno day Monday. It's going to be kind of a sneak peek into that, because this is just going to be what I'm running right here, right now. Don't tell my tuner, but I'm going to crank it up to 10 pounds of boost, and we're going to try it like that. So I'm going to gradually crank it up though. I'm at 6 pounds right now, and it performed beautifully last night. I'm going to crank it up to 8. I'm going to do a 6 pound run, an 8 pound run, and a 10 pound run. We're going to see gradually how it jumps up. And to everybody, I did have a dilemma with this 392 cam. I was at first thinking, oh man, this cam sucks. It's not good for boost. I have no low end. Which, in a way, I kind of still don't. I would like a little more low end power, but I'm glad I don't, because I actually want to hook off the line. I don't want to be spinning. I don't even have to stage this car, and I can spin up to 65. So imagine me staging with a good cam, a low end torque cam. I'd be screwed. This 392 cam, in my opinion, loves boost. At a 50, 60 mile an hour roll, I mean, I hit 110 miles an hour, and like, what feels like a second flat. I know it's not that quick, but it's just, before I hit it, I'm going, I look down, look up, look down again, I'm at 110. And that's how quick it is. So I would recommend personally, if you're on a budget, want to make something, you know, good, cool, 392 cam. I might put a Hellcat cam in it. I'm debating on that too. So I'm probably gonna go get the valve train from a Hellcat, pop it in here, and go from there. But I'm gonna go grab the piece that I was fixing out of the 2012 here. You know, hot cars on summer days are actually good for something, guys. Here's my piece that I was telling you about. I'll show you how I'm temporarily repairing it so I can get back out there today. Still gotta do one more thing to it. But there was the hole. It ran all along here. And as you can see, I got a little bit. I gotta sand that down. I am not gonna seal. That is not gonna seal. I got it sandwiched on the inside too. I don't know if you can see that too well. So I'm gonna sand this down. And they only sell this as a complete assembly, lower radiator hose assembly. See if we can get this to focus. They only sell this as a complete radiator hose assembly anyway. So I'm thinking I'm going to sand this down. I'm going to put some RTV all around this hose. I'm going to slip it on the car. Put one of the screw style hose clamps over it. And then I'm going to pour some... For now, to test it, I'm going to pour water into it. And I'll probably run water in the cooling system today just for you know, in case it leaks. I don't want to waste a ton of coolant again. And I'm going to pressure test it. If it holds pressure and I ain't got a leak, we're in business. If I do got a leak, car's staying in the garage, I'm going to take the SS out. So, which sucks because the SS is slow. So I'm going to end this here. I'm going to upload it. Guys, if you're in Michigan or coming to the Telegraph Cruise, find me. I will be in the Nardo Gray SS. It'll have no plate, but it's legal. Michigan's laws, look them up. You got to have insurance, your Secretary of State thing, and your title. It's legal. Nardo Gray and black with a Nardo Gray wicker bill on the spoiler and black 22s. And obviously you guys already know this car. So if you can't find this car out of a lineup, you're blind. Guys, if you're out here and you're going, I will see you tonight.